Hey there. Welcome to Rockin' the Valley's Cyber Speakeasy, your source for music, conversation, and cocktails. The password today is Masked Santa. My name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane. Thank you so much for joining us here at Rockin' the Valley Cyber Speakeasy, and I hope that you have with you something warm and fascinating with you, and we're going to see how this goes for myself tonight. But I have here with me some people who are also warm and fascinating. I have Karen and Amy Jones from the beautiful Distortion. Hey, you two.
Hey, Mike. Hi, everybody.
So happy to be here.
I'm so glad that you're here. And in fact, since I have the split screen up, could you scooch a little closer together?
Yep.
So there we go. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's
I don't
excellent.
like to be this close to her, Mike. I live with her for crying out
I can
loud.
understand. Yeah. I can understand. My brother lives in Texas, so we've found ways to manage that in our particular situation. Yeah. But thank you so much to both of you for making time tonight. This is really cool.
Yeah, we're thrilled. How is your holiday season going?
It is. It's a little frantic. And it's so in addition to having to schedule things in terms of like, okay, so we've got there are additional delays in all the shipping because of the situation and with the virus and whatnot, and then in addition to that, having to figure out, okay, so I can't leave my house Thursday because there's going to be like 1.5 feet of snow. There's all sorts of complications that I'm trying to work my way through, but I hope that you're doing all right. How's your holiday going?
Well, it's frantic as well, yes. I'll say. So much going on with work. We're not going to talk about work because work is boring.
That is fine.
But, other than that,
we're sad because we're not going to be able to see our extended family this year, which everybody is kind of dealing with. So we're just kind of counting our blessings and remembering, to keep things in perspective and to recognize how lucky we are. And it could be a heck of a lot worse. So
yeah, absolutely. I will certainly drink to that. And so here to both of you, here to everyone who is watching. I would love to learn more about what is in your glass.
Amy, you go first.
Well, I just have coffee.
That's good. Well, first off,
I know we're supposed to have cocktails, but
first off, is there anything interesting about the coffee? Like, where is it from?
It's from Wegmans. It's Pete's brand.
Okay.
The most generic type that you can get, other than Starbucks.
It's a lovely Italian roast.
Oh, yes, lovely
good.
Italian.
Well, there you go.
And I have almond milk in it.
Oh, very nice.
Stevia.
See?
Very exciting.
See, we have some things going on with that. All right. And Karen, I know that you have something very festive.
I'm a little more festive. So this is actually coquito. Are you familiar with coquito?
I am not. Please enlighten me.
So I wasn't either until a few years ago. Our wonderful and beautiful cousin-in-law, Eurelis, she is from Puerto Rico, and it's a Puerto Rican eggnog, basically.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a coconut eggnog with rum and cinnamon, and it is so thick and yummy. You guys got to go look up a recipe.
Every Christmas we get one of these.
Thanks, Ureli.
And it's wonderful. So
that's what I'm drinking tonight.
We love you, Eurelis.
Yeah. I have here, now I literally have never had eggnog before. I'm drinking it for the first time now.
Ooh.
Wow.
Look, reaction video.
It's not bad. I did warm it up. I put it in this cute little mini mason jar, which I thought having like a lot of it would probably maybe not be the best plan. And so I warmed it up, and it's got some fresh grated nutmeg and some cinnamon. It's got the little cinnamon stick in there.
I love it.
You don't look like you're sold on it, Mike.
It's
kind of halfway.
I wasn't sure what to expect. So it's definitely I think like when I was a kid, the concept of cheesecake, well, I never had a cheesecake, but the concept of like cheese and cake together, like what is this and why would this be an appealing thing? I think it was I always had a similar thought with eggnog, like that just like the name doesn't really sell it.
Right.
So I wasn't quite sure what to do. And so whenever people have asked me in the past, I'm like, oh no, I'll pass. But it has kind of a French vanilla custardy thing going on, which is pretty nice actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can see why you wouldn't immediately be attracted by it, because egg mixed with alcohol,
right?
Not necessarily like the most appealing thing off the bat.
But I think like sort of the French vanilla is kind of like, you've got cream flavors, you've got sweet flavors, you've got the sort of the richness that you would have in like your French vanilla, because it has the custardy egg whatnot in it.
Well, we're proud of you for trying new things, Mike. Here's to trying new things.
Here's to trying new things.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yay! And here I am with my coffee. I'm not trying anything.
That's okay. Nothing at all wrong with that. Well, I haven't seen you in person for a really long time. We got to do a virtual thing together back in the spring. I'm so glad to have a minute to catch up with you. Oh, and I should also mention this. The reason that I have on my wonderful fingerless gloves to make me look like Bob Cratchit, because this is one of the coldest spots in my house. So, but I also thought, like this is festive. It's like a Dickensian thing going on. So yes. So that's, why not? So yes, but more about you. Let's talk about you. I'm so glad to have a chance to see you again, and we'll talk some more about the things that Beautiful Distortion has been doing, and all the even in this time of quarantine, to what are the things that you're able to do together. But I know that you are so ready and eager to do a seasonal cover. So let's get right to it. Let's get
starting right in.
Yes, please.
All right. You got it. So I am ashamed almost to say that I just discovered this song maybe like 3 years ago. Okay. And I'm like, how ever did that happen? Because it's so beautiful, and I'm mad at myself for not knowing of it earlier. But when I heard it, I'm like, holy crap. Amy Jones, we have got to do this song.
The thing you have to understand about us is that we are grunge chicks through and through, like 90s grunge chicks. That's our basis, our musical basis, our foundation. So, delving back into the Joni Mitchell era wasn't really what we did for a while. And we're thrilled to be doing it now. So
very cool.
Yeah. So we're going to try a little Joni Mitchell tune for you now. This one is called River.
Please do.
Ready? 2, 3, 4. Tried hard to help me, you put me at ease.
That is really, really nice.
Oh, Joni, you write a good song, girl.
Yeah, yes, she does. And it's so wonderful to hear and see you performing again. Oh, that does also make me feel sort of warm and wonderful. So yeah, that's very, very cool.
Thank you.
It's always nice to see other musicians, actually doing their thing, especially right now.
Yeah.
Because it's been so, kind of quiet.
Yes.
People are so, off on their own, doing their own thing. And
it's true. I mean, obviously we do that song with the band, and it's so weird and strange. And not as fun to not have them here doing this with us. You know what I mean? We miss them terribly.
Yeah, we're missing the band.
Just like a million other musicians, we found creative ways to kind of hang out virtually. We actually did a band admin meetings via Zoom a couple of weeks ago because we had some stuff to discuss. So we all got on camera. It was fun.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. So let's talk about, you mentioned sort of grunge being your wheelhouse, and I'm sure that was the music that you were really, really into in your formative years, and so take us on that journey from getting into music and picking up guitar in the first place, and then how you end up here in a band called The Beautiful Distortion, here in this part of the country in a band called The Beautiful Distortion.
Can I start?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'll pipe in, but you start.
I'm the bossy older sister who always just can't shut up and doesn't let her talk.
I'm used to it.
Jump in whenever you want. No, I was just going to say, she and I, we're 6 years apart in age. I'm the older one. And we've actually, though, had quite similar journeys, musically, guitar-wise, training-wise. So we actually both went to school, college, for opera.
Oh, wow.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, she did Penn State and I did Temple.
Wow.
And I graduated, you didn't. But
oh my God.
Sorry, that's on the down low. I'm supposed to keep that on the down low.
Almost. I was this close.
You were this close.
Good.
You were this close.
I wanted to go to my music classes and no other classes. That was the problem. So, it happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so I was in college in the 90s, and you were in college in the early 2000s, right?
Early 2000s, yeah.
And so at that time, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, those were our jams for sure. And even though we were 6 years apart, we were listening to the same music. So
and actually, Alice in Chains has been a huge influence on everybody in the band to a greater or lesser extent, but to us certainly. I mean, our band is known for being hard rock and harmony heavy, and that harmony heavy element, I think, really comes from Alice in Chains. Where
that makes sense.
I stan Alice in Chains all day long.
Did you just say you stan? She is such a YouTube
no, not
neophyte.
YouTube. I found Tumblr a few years ago, and that was my downfall. So right now I just discovered the Supernatural fandom for any girls out there that are into that. And it's embarrassing. I can't believe
you're saying this online right now.
Karen, now the world knows. I'm a cast girl. So anyway, maybe Misha's watching. You never know.
Oh my Lord.
So anyway, I'm embarrassing. She has to live with me. So.
But anyway, going back to the music thing. So we were both listening to the same kind of stuff. We were off in college at different points in our lives, and then we each picked up the guitar, the acoustic guitar. Our dad. Back in the 70s when he had the big, fro and was a big old hippie, he actually played the flute and guitar. So it's always been, and our mom sang in high school, the musicals and all that stuff, and our grandmothers were very into singing and music. Actually, on our wall, I'm not going to turn the camera around, but right over on our wall, our great-grandmother actually copyrighted a piece of music, and it's hanging in a frame on our wall. So it's kind of like
Mystery of Love by A. Zibaleski.
There you go. Alexi.
Look it up.
So music's always been a big part of our family, and we grew up doing it, and we picked up guitar each, I think, in college and started, or you were in high school?
I might have been in high school, but I've never been good at guitar. I'm the first one. I know there's people online watching right now and judging and going, I can't play guitar. I'm a singer, and I play guitar, to just kind of
accompany yourself.
Make a background noise.
Exactly.
But the first song I learned to play ever was Mazzy Star.
Fade Into You.
3 chords, and it's just the same all the way throughout. But that kind of whet my appetite for.
That's now the song in a very weird Chanel or some perfume commercial.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
Florence
but the song holds up. The song holds up.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's a great song. So, we met with Dave because Karen was friends with Dave's. Dave is the other singer in our band, for those who don't know.
Dave Dahl, yes.
Dave Dahl, yes. And you were friends with his wife in college.
His then girlfriend. And so Amy and I were at an open mic, and then Cheryl brought Dave, and it just became this great musical friendship.
Got on famously.
He's like a brother from another mother kind of deal. And
nice.
And then he knew Jeremy, our bass player, and Chris. Yep. Chris and I went to high school together, but he and Dave were really good friends and in bands together. And then Tim works with Dave at Martin, and it was just a whole thing. And we're so darn lucky because, there's 6 of us in this band, right? This hard rock, metal band.
Yeah.
And we all get along so well. It was like it was meant to be. You know what I mean?
Well, we all have the same personality types. We're kind of nerds, and we're kind of like, ooh, I'm going to get myself in
guys,
trouble.
That was her.
But we're very chill people, and we're not out there wrecking hotel rooms and doing what.
Although I swear, if we would have met when we were in college, it would have been a whole other story. We would have been out there wrecking hotel rooms. I think.
But anyway, so.
But I think that's also one of the things that's cool about it is that I don't even have a sort of a really clear way to express this, but everybody who's in the band has other stuff going on, but this was just sort of like. When we wanted to hang out with people for fun, this is what we do. These are the people that we connect with and that we spend time with because we just enjoy. And yes, also we make amazing music together. But that the music becomes part of the connection, but the sort of the friendship and just where you all are in your lives at this point. Just like, we're gonna play as much as we can because we just enjoy playing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly right.
Before COVID hit, we would get together literally every Wednesday night. Wednesday night is our rehearsal night, without fail, pretty much. Especially when we had shows to prepare for. Every Wednesday night, we were here. We all have jobs. They got families, but we were here. For rehearsal on Wednesday. So we're looking forward to getting back to that once all of this passes. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe some more Zoom rehearsals. We'll have to see.
Oh man, it is challenging to do music over Zoom, as you already know.
Yes, yes it is.
So, but I do want to give people a little bit of a taste of the beautiful distortion for the few folks out there who might not have experienced the wonder that is beautiful distortion. And I just love, and I guess what you do when you talk about sort of it's melodic, it's got harmonies, and it's got hard rock. There aren't a whole lot of other folks out there who are doing something like that, but it is such a great sound. And cool. I want to give people you're very welcome. I want to give people a taste of that. Just on Thanksgiving, just a couple weeks ago, so this still has a little bit of timeliness. You put out a distanced video of the band playing Fleetwood Mac song, one of your signature songs, I guess, really, because there aren't a whole lot of other bands that could do it justice because you have the lineup and the personnel to be able to fill out the sound and to do those kinds of harmonies, which was very, very cool. Right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that up right now.
Awesome.
All right, folks are letting me know that the sound is not coming through on the video. I'm going to try to fix that. Let's see if I can. First of all, we're going to start that over again. Thanks to the folks who are letting me know that we had a bit of a problem there. And I'll see if I can get. There was there was some headbanging going on there, which is, now that I know a little bit more context about how you cut your musical teeth, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Very cool. And also, again, thanks very much to Stan, who is one of the folks online who was watching us, to let us know that I had a technical problem, and we were able to get it sorted out so people could actually hear your wonderful performance of that particular song.
Thank you, Stan.
Yes, thanks very much to Stan, and also to Amanda. Amanda did not comment on the thing, but she also sent me a message to say, "Hey, just to let you know." So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah. So, and tell me a little bit about you put that out on Thanksgiving. What was the band meeting where that came up, or what was the idea about, hey, you know what, let's do this, let's put this out?
So we're actually, we've been in the studio off and on. We record in Catasauqua with Brian J. Anthony, who a lot of the folks in the Valley know. He's amazing. And so our plan this year, before COVID, was that we were going to be really ambitious and put out a double album, one of originals and one of covers. And, obviously with the way things panned out this year, it didn't happen. But we've been able to kind of continue behind the scenes in recording. And so our plan is to keep recording, as much as we can safely. And then sometime next year, we'll plan to release that double album. So we're super excited about that. And The Chain is going to be the one of the songs on the cover piece of that. So
very, very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, we all love that one, I think. Yeah. We all love that song. So.
Oh, and you do such a killer job with it too, which is really cool.
Thank you.
And so you have this, and also I should mention, Amy, my partition here is cutting you off a little bit of your head. I just want to make sure people can see you.
Oh.
So that was one of the ones that essentially, so the music for that was recorded in the studio. It was not something, you did not put together the recording of the music for that for the video.
Correct. Yes. That was not like a live, it was live because we recorded in the studio live, but no, it was not done through Zoom. I don't think we could get that level of quality through the current state of audio on Zoom and the streaming services.
So yeah, unfortunately, that was us lip syncing. Caught us.
Well, one of the cool things about it, though, and if you watch Jeremy, and Jeremy has one of the smaller, the bass player has one of the smaller things on the screen. He's kind of calling attention to the fact that there's not actually music being played right here, but, like he's getting up and walking around and that sort of thing, which is a nice detail for folks who are paying closer attention. Very cool. And then the idea of having it come out on Thanksgiving too, also like, hey, while you're loosening your belt another notch and enjoying whatever meals you've had today, enjoy some time with the band here.
Exactly. Yeah. I will point out, Mike, real quick, we actually do have two live at the time Zoom recordings up on Facebook and YouTube. One is Under Pressure, Queen's Under Pressure. And the other is Seven Bridges Road by the Eagles. So if anybody wants to go check that out, just go find the Beautiful Distortions Facebook page, and you can find those videos on there somewhere. We're super proud of those because, it was live and, it's not perfect, but they don't have to be. And we just had a blast recording those, and it was cool to see that we could come up with something that sounded pretty decent.
Yeah, doing Under Pressure in a room where it's basically silent except for your voice. Right. To whoever is listening. So Karen was laughing at me because I'm doing the David Bowie part, and like screeching, and the music is coming through my ear, and I'm just like going like this or whatever I did in the video.
Cool.
It's a little intimidating, but it's a fun challenge.
Not quite like being on stage in front of people.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
It really is different, and to train yourself to play to the camera as though it is the audience, because in a sense it is. But you sort of have to flip some additional switches in your brain and sort of like, this is okay, this is normal, this is fine, this isn't weird that I'm in a closet or in a room somewhere by myself singing at the top of my lungs. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Well, and I love the Thanksgiving part of it too. I mean, so where was the idea of like, yes, we have this song, we want to put this out on Thanksgiving?
Was there a specific reason? It's
like, hey, we got this sitting around. Let's do it.
We were like, maybe like the thought was that people would be off from work, and so more people would see it. I don't know.
No, I think there was a little more thought around it. We knew we were going to be doing something for the pre-Christmas stuff, right? The pre-holiday stuff in December. So we had this ready to go, and we really wanted to share something else before all the Christmas holiday music started coming out. Right. But I think the message of the song also played into it a little bit because, I mean, just listen to the words, right? The chain, keep us together. And, we kind of want to convey that in these uncertain and weird times. So,
that makes a lot of sense. That's very cool. Yeah. Well, and that actually leads nicely into one of the other things I wanted to talk about, which is the association that your band has with Christmas shows and holiday shows specifically. This is kind of a niche that you also have been able to sort of find a space for yourself in, which is pretty cool. I know a lot of it has manifested in basically annual Christmas shows that you do, I think, up in Nazareth, right?
Yeah, it all started at the Nazareth Center for the Arts,
so
right
tell
there in downtown.
Tell me the story of how someone had said, yes, we should do a Christmas show, and how then it became a tradition, sort of a big thing for the Beautiful Distortion.
Well, Dave is a huge fan of big, epic Christmas, like not Christmas shows, but rock shows in general. Okay. I think he has a great love for that kind of stuff. He's a big Dream Theater fan. So I think that kind of led naturally into the Trans-Siberian Orchestra kind of thought.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense.
We can do that.
I don't really know where like the initial spark happened, but it was like 7 or 8 years ago, because we've been doing an annual Christmas show now for I think 7 years. This I think would have been the 7th year. And it started at the small little Nazareth Center for the Arts, which is an art gallery and art center in Nazareth, PA, right down the street from Martin Guitar.
In a few years, I think we were there for like 4 or 5 out of the 6 years, and then the 6th year, we ended up going to Arts Quest.
Right, so we expanded a little bit last year. It was super exciting. We actually kept our show in Nazareth. We had a show in Nazareth, and then we also had a show at Arts Quest. So we were super excited to kind of expand that from like a 60-person room to 150, and we filled it because people love the holidays and they love holiday music. And I think people kind
Bethlehem,
of
so right.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes total sense.
Exactly.
Right. I also think people appreciate the way we present the holiday music. It might not be what you're quite used to, because it does have a lot of it does have that hard rock edge to it, and we try to bring that through in the music that we do. We don't want to just we do sing like Silent Night, and nice little acoustic rendition.
We have this album here.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Oh boy.
Is that at this point you actually have you have 2 now holiday albums, which is really cool. Yeah. So it's sort of, and so I guess that was kind of a natural genesis of like, hey, we're doing these holiday shows every year. These songs sound really good the way the arrangements we've come up for them. Let's hang on to that, and so maybe more than the people who can fit in a room can enjoy it, right?
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. It's been super fun. I don't know how we became the Christmas band of Bethlehem, but it just kind of happened. I don't know, but we're happy to do it.
The Christmas rock band of Bethlehem.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, exactly.
Which is pretty cool. And so you have this history as a band of like, hey, we do these holiday things, and we have these big holiday shows, and we have this holiday music. And then we come around to the holidays this year, and having 150 people in a small enclosed space doesn't seem like a really particularly safe idea. So I'm sure that sort of, walk me through that emotional process of like, well, crud, what are we going to do this year? And then, because you did come up with a very, I think, really engaging way of handling the situation, but walk us through that process.
Thank you. Well, so it was a huge bummer this year. Again, we're very thankful because it could be a lot worse, and we're not complaining. But after all those years at the Nazareth Art Center, and then going into the Arts Quest Center to build that bigger show last year.
Absolutely.
We were on this high, right?
Right.
We had done Music Fest last year in August, and that got canceled this year. So we were on this.
Or
on this
it went
high.
virtual. It was not the same thing.
Well, virtual.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
right. So we were on this high after that Christmas show last year, and then this happened, and so. You know, we weren't able to play at Music Fest this year, and then our big Christmas show, which we were planning to, you know, keep on expanding, didn't happen. So we came up with this hopefully creative way to kind of keep the momentum, the holiday momentum going online. Yep. And I think it was Jeremy's idea, the 12 days of distortion. Yep. So starting, I think, last Friday, we had day 1, and every day for the next 12 days, we're doing the 12 days of distortion, and we're releasing a holiday song every day on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all, you know, Twitter, all the socials. So
all the socials.
Yeah.
And a lot of these, and I haven't unfortunately had a chance to listen in detail to all of them, but my sense is that a lot of them are the existing recordings, but they're added. They've got sort of a new introduction to them. So, you know, what is special about them now, in addition to all the cool ways people can hear the recordings?
Sure. Well, Dave Dahl, our consummate leader, I guess, right? Our fearless leader. Yes. He actually had this cool idea to kind of do a storytelling thing. So for each day, there's an intro, which we all took a part in writing. Every member of the band took part in writing some of these intros for these songs. And he does this cute little thing where he's dressed up in his white suit that he wears for our performances, and he just does this little vignette at the beginning of each song, and then it leads into the song. So we thought it was creative. We hope you guys like it. It was just something, like I said, to try to keep that momentum going for us, so that next year we can jump right back on the bandwagon if we're able to get out and play in public again and keep that tradition going.
I think people are going to be very, very eager to see you in person. So I think that'll be, I'm very hopeful, but I think there's a good chance that that's going to work out just the way that everyone would hope it would.
We're eager to see them in person.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, we miss them.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, that's, you know, as a performer, that's something that, like we talk about playing to a camera instead of, you know, people, that's a different kind of energy, and you don't get the same kind of response in real time.
Huge difference,
So, and what I also should ask, so these releases that you're putting out, the introductions are brand new. Are the songs all ones that are coming off of these Christmas albums? Are there some that are brand new? I think that some of them have some new aspects to them. I mean, I also don't want to give things away if there are things people should be staying tuned for.
Well, we definitely want people to stay tuned. Right now, we're on day 7 today. I think through day 10 is going to be everything that we've released previously. So it's stuff that you can buy on, you know, like these on iTunes and stuff. But the last 2 days we've reserved for 2 brand new holiday releases that we've come up with. So I'm not gonna tell you what they are, because I want you to go find them on day 11 and 12. But those are brand new, recorded this year, and they'll be available in a couple of days.
Very cool. So people should, and that's going to be then the 24th and 25th. People should be tuning in for those.
I think it's actually the 21st and 22nd or something like that. Somewhere in that, couple days before Christmas. So,
couple days before Christmas. So follow Beautiful Distortion. Follow the Beautiful Distortion on all the socials, and you won't miss it for the days 11 and 12 of the 12 Days of Distortion. I was going to show the one that came up from day 6 yesterday, because I believe the recording is not one that's the audio recording, I should say, is not something that's new. But I think there was another aspect of it that is new along the lines of what we were talking about for the Thanksgiving recording. So let me go ahead and put up day 6. And you know, as I do that, I'm also going to pause it immediately to make sure that I can actually people can actually hear it. So if people could bear with me for just a minute.
You know what? You're going to take a second to get away from the book reflect on all that's around me right now. So, look at some Christmas cards from some friends. Actually, you know, come to think of it, I don't have any Christmas cards from anybody yet. Gifts are cool around the holidays, but you know, don't have any of those either. You know, at least at the very least, I can sit here in my living room and check out my tree. Why aren't the lights on? Caitlin, why aren't the lights on?
I'm trying to turn them on.
What? They were literally just on. Why aren't the lights on?
I'm flipping the switch.
Caitlin, turn the lights on.
I'm trying.
Gosh, why can't I have any nice thing in this f***ing house?
You're a real Grinch.
Cheer up, dude. It's Christmas.
You're a new one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus, as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black heel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. Given the choice of the two of you, I take the seasick crocodile. That I use to best describe you are as follows, and I quote, stink, stank, stunk.
No hard feelings.
Oh, that's fun.
That is fun. That is fun. And again, Jeremy's video is, you know, you had to pay attention, but, you know, he's where they got his kids there and they've got the skeleton and all sorts of stuff. If you missed that, go back and watch it. Or go follow The Beautiful Distortion on YouTube to make sure you go back and look at day 6 as well as look at all the new ones coming up. That is very, very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, you know what? I really would love to get some more live performance, because I know you have the guitars there. We've done we've done several covers, but I know that and I should also talk about what's the songwriting process like with either with the two of you or with the band, because that's a lot of people to try to, you know, keep things organized and to sort of come to one space. So for the whole band, how do you end up doing that?
So for the band, it's really, up until this point, it's been pretty separate. Like Dave writes his songs, Amy writes her songs, I write my songs, you know, Jeremy and Chris write stuff too. And then we kind of come together and make the arrangement of what the final song sounds like. What we really, really want to do, and we haven't had much of a chance to do it yet, is to write together. We haven't done that yet. And so we're super excited to see what that sounds like, because we don't know.
Yeah.
We know how we arrange things and how we add things to each other's songs, but we've never sat down together yet and actually wrote a song from scratch together.
Right.
Yeah.
So we started that process before COVID and you know, got interrupted with it. So we're looking forward to getting back to that hopefully in the new year.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, because I can't wait to hear it too. Because what you all bring, and, you have your kind of distinctive voices, literally and also in terms of as writers. So I'm very eager to see what you come up with. So I know that you have another original song that you have ready to go. I should also, Amy, you can't see this, but your face is being cut off again. So.
Oh boy, lean in, girl.
But I know that you need a little more space for the guitars, so we definitely have time to do that. So let's go ahead and get in one of your original songs and tell us about it too.
Right.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, this one is one that I wrote many years ago. It's called "The Dream Man." It's an old favorite at our shows. Are you?
This is a favorite of our mom, so I think our mom is out there watching tonight. So we'll do this one for her.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
It's literally about a comic book that I read many years ago called Sandman. I'm sorry. I don't even know the title anymore.
Neil
Gaiman.
Yeah.
Yes. It's fascinating. I love it. And that's not
E
right.
minor. Sorry, we're having capo wars.
That's right. I'm in the wrong key. Just don't mind me. So yeah, this is about that, and I love it. It's called "The Dream Man."
That is just wonderful. That is really
Thank you
really
so
cool.
much.
And it's such a great showcase for your vocals too, and the way that the two of you sing together. It's just
Thank
lovely.
you.
Really,
We
really.
have fun doing our harmonies.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
You're two kinds.
What's that?
You're two kinds.
Oh no. So people should definitely follow the Beautiful Distortion on the YouTube, on the Facebook, and all the other social media things. What are the URLs that people should keep in mind in order to be able to find your music?
So it's basically the Beautiful Distortion after every slash there. So youtube.com/ Facebook. Twitter's the only one that's different. It's the beautiful Dis because they only allow so many letters. So
yep. That's the thing with Twitter. They only allow so many letters.
You can also go on our website, thebeautifuldistortion.com, and all of our social links are right there.
Yep.
And your recordings are also on Spotify and a lot of the streaming and download
Spotify,
sites, right?
all the streaming services, all the major online retailers. So just search The Beautiful Distortion. And Amy and I have an album out there too, so you can search for Karen and Amy Jones. Mm-hmm. And we've got some acoustic stuff out there if you're interested. So
very, very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you so much. It's wonderful to hear you again. It's wonderful to get a chance to talk to you again. And I'm hoping that we have an opportunity to safely do this in person sometime soon. I really, really appreciate it. It's about time for me to be wrapping things up because usually there's other things that are happening at 8 o'clock. So people should definitely be checking out things here on Rock in the Valley, and follow Rock in the Valley on YouTube as well. So that's a thing. Karen and Amy, thank you so much. My warm eggnog has cooled off, so that's probably about time. Still okay. Still okay.
My coffee's cold.
You're awesome, Mike. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, everybody.
You two are awesome. Happy holidays
there.
to you. Happy holidays to everyone who's watching, and cheers again to everyone who is able to join us this evening. All right. So that means that I'm going to put it back here on me. Thanks so much. Again, everyone who hits that like button, everyone who hits that subscribe button here on Rock in the Valley's YouTube page, everyone who is able to check out things at Rock in the Valley. Since these days, we're not in a position where you can go out and experience live music in person. Rock in the Valley is a great source for all sorts of music-related entertainment, which you can enjoy from the safety and comfort of your home. Thank you so much for joining us for Rock in the Valley's Cyber Speakeasy, your source for music, conversations, and cocktails. I should also mention that the next couple of Thursdays, there are other things going on because we've got Christmas Eve, we've got New Year's Eve, and we've got other things like that. So there will not be a Cyber Speakeasy show for the next couple of Thursdays. You can spend time either with, or Zooming with, or other FaceTiming with the important people in your life on these holiday days, if you observe them. And if you don't, I wish you well also. My name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I will see you in the new year.
That was fun. Oops, I just lost my earpiece now.